Welcome to another episode coming at you from ChooseYourRelationships.com off of Love Can't Wait, which can be found on Amazon.com. And today I'm going to talk about the three types of men that toxic women don't fuck with. And when I say toxic women don't fuck with, I mean they don't test these guys. They don't play around. They don't fuck around. They get in line. You know what I'm saying? So there's three types of guys that I've found over the past 20 years, just observing and hanging around different people and being in different environments. And I found that these three types of guys is most women just don't fuck with. And I'm not saying you should aspire to be like these three types of guys. And there's more than just three, but I'm just giving you three today. You know what I mean? So the first guy that women don't fuck with is the guy that's street certified. You know, maybe he has a reputation. Maybe he put in a lot of work in the streets back in the day, or maybe he's still in the streets, but he has everyone knows him because he has a reputation of putting them hands on somebody. I mean, he had a reputation of, pulling them triggers. I'm not talking about them, the wannabes. I'm not talking about them guys that walk around with their pants hanging down, or people that do a bunch of talking. I'm talking about guys that actually put in that work, guys that did time. A good example of this is 50 Cent. 50 Cent is a good example of this. He's a guy that used to be in the streets, and, he found a better way to live his life. He's a good example. 50 Cent is a good example like that. You never really hear his name in the media very much involving a woman. Now, I know that his name was in the media maybe once or twice, but a lot of these women will test the guy. They'll push the envelope. No, I should say they'll push the envelope, but they're not gonna go but so far. You know what I'm saying? Because they know what the guy is capable of doing. So, and then and with 50 Cent's child's mother, she knew she kind of went too far. And you know how I knew this? Because she started playing the victim role. And that's a tactic that a lot of white women use that. A lot of non-white women have caught on to it, and they use that within the media. Pay attention to that. It's a pattern that a lot of women use. Whenever women know that they went too far with a guy, they usually play that victim role within the mainstream media. They try to get people to feel sorry for them. They go on the Oprah network. They start doing interviews on all these talk shows because they want people to feel sorry for them, and hopefully the guy will give them a pass, and at the same time they start getting deals, book deals. They start getting endorsements by Fortune 500 companies sometimes. So pay attention to that. So they don't really, they're not going to go but so far with the guys that's street certified. And then you got some guys that he might not necessarily be street certified, but he has backing. Somebody has his back. You know what I'm saying? Or he might be a guy that's, his family might have ties to the mob. His family might be mob affiliated. So a lot of these women, all that child support and alimony, all that shit out. They're not gonna even try that shit with this guy. Child support, what? No, she'd be floating in a river somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So they don't even. If women that know that this guy, his family got ties to the mob, they don't even fuck around with them dudes at all. And it's not because of the guy itself. It's because of what's behind the guy. That's what they're afraid of. You know what I'm saying? And then you might have a guy that maybe he might be a nice guy, but he might not necessarily be street certified, but his brothers are. His sister is. So that's kind of goes back, you know, they might not necessarily have to do anything, but the women that he's dealing with, in their mind, they might say, hey, you know, his brothers and sisters really stick by him. They really care about him, so I can't do all that slick shit. You know what I'm saying? So I've noticed this over the past 20 years, man. So that's the first guy. The second guy is the guy that's, I would say that, how should I say this? And the second dude is what I call the Casanova type dude. You know, the guy that just dropped dead gorgeous. He at least that's how women perceive him to be. And you know what? You might be one of those guys. You might be one of those guys that women are looking at, and when they see you come in the room, their panties get wet. You know what I mean? And see, there's certain, every woman has a guy that when they see this guy, they all that bullshit they be talking about, especially toxic women, all that bullshit they talking about, they throw all that shit out the window. When that one guy come through that door, or wherever they are, at a restaurant or a club or an event or vacation, every woman that has this one guy, when they meet that one guy, they'll fuck him the first night. It's real. If it's on him though, you know what I'm saying? But they're willing to do it. You know what I'm saying? They would entertain him, but it's on him. If he's a real player and he entertains her or approaches her or whichever the case, you know what I'm saying? However they meet, if it happens, she will sleep with him on the first night. Just like a lot of women feel like that with a lot of celebrities. But a lot of celebrities, guys, that don't really have no game. So, you know, every woman has a certain guy. If they see that guy, they'll be like, he can get it. He can get it. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is. Now, a lot of guys with girlfriends, they might not like that. But, you know, I mean, damn near every woman, especially a woman that's toxic and she's all over the fucking place, she don't really know what she wants. If you catch them in the right environment, at the right time, and if you're that dude, she'd be willing to fuck on the first night. Guaranteed. I've seen it. I've done it. So that's the second guy. I call him Casanova, because he's the guy that women perceive as being drop dead gorgeous and all that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? And the third guy is the guy that's kind of he's firm. He stand for something. He stand his ground. He has a strong posture. He might be ex-military, just like me, you know. But women know not to test this guy either, because she's thinking that, shit, you know, I might get beat up. You know, she's thinking like, well, shit, this motherfucker been pulling them triggers when he was on the front lines and in the Army or Marines. Oh, shit, You know, I can't push the envelope but so far. You know, so it's like they might push the envelope, but when the guy give him a certain look, she kind of fall back. You know what I'm saying? So she ain't gonna really fuck around very much. You know what I'm saying? She might, complain a little bit. But she ain't gonna. She know not to go but so far because she's afraid what might happen to her. You know what I'm saying? So these three types of guys, most women, especially toxic women, don't really fuck with like that. I'm not saying you should aspire to be one of these guys, but this is something that I've learned over the past 20 years. And for the most part, man, women usually get in line. All that shit about what type of guy they looking for and all that shit, and all those rules that these women come up with, they throw all that shit out. Especially if he's drop dead gorgeous, the Casanova type dude. They throw all them damn rules out. These rules that women come up with, for the most part, are for the guy that they're not really into. That's real shit. That's real talk. Women that are really into guys, they don't have no fucking rules. They just do what the guy wants, pretty much. Because a guy that's about some shit, or a guy that's going somewhere, a guy that has some shit going on in his life, he don't give a damn about her rules. Either she in or out. That's it. He's not trying to accommodate her or pander to her rules. Why? I mean, if a guy has his own life, he has to have a good damn reason to pander and accommodate her and kiss her ass. Otherwise, he's just a damn fool. I'm serious. So, these are just three types of guys. Like I said, there's more. And you know what? I wrote about this in my book, which can be found on Amazon.com. And if you want a copy of this, click the link below. And if you want an ebook, if you find when it comes to reading ebooks, you can just download it and start reading it immediately. And if you want your questions asked and replied back immediately, faster than most people, donate. There's a donate link at the bottom, which, that'll put you at the top of the list when it comes to getting your answers answered. And I'll be able to get back to you faster and guaranteed. So all donations are greatly appreciated. And just like I said, if you haven't read my books, click the link below and subscribe to my channel. So until next time, Shum Games out. Peace.